What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a spoiler on a returning WWE star, a huge angle goes down following Money in the Bank, the WWE breaking up a tag team, the McMahons Attend UFC, plans for Liv Morgan, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out Wrestlelamia.co.uk and our non-wrestling channel, Incredible. And now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Now, first story is looking at a spoiler on a returning WWE superstar. Our top story today takes a look at a creepy vignette which aired at Money in the Bank last night. When the vignette aired, fans were instantly drawn to the potential idea of Bray Wyatt returning to WWE, but unfortunately for fans, it looks like the video isn't for Wyatt. Some fans also speculated that the video could be promoting the debut of Gable Steveson, as there were gold medals seen in the video. However, the tone of the video didn't really fit in with Steveson. According to Fightful Select, the vignette is to promote the return of Edge. The vignette featured references to Eddie Guerrero, The Brood, the Dudley Boys, Kurt Angle and the Hardy Boys, all of whom were pivotal in the career of Edge. Edge was kicked out of his own faction, the Judgment Day, just several weeks ago on Raw, and it looks like he's going to be a top babyface moving forward. It's likely that Edge will be back in time for SummerSlam, and the most natural opponent for Edge would be the new Judgment Day leader, Finn Balor. What do you guys make of the vignette? Are you disappointed that it's just for Edge? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, two huge angles go down following Money in the Bank. Now, after Theory had won the Money in the Bank briefcase and the Premium Live event was officially off the air, WWE decided to book an angle between Pat McAfee and Baron Corbin. In an official video shared by WWE, McAfee and Michael Cole were standing close to the barrier when Corbin suddenly grabbed McAfee from behind. Corbin would then deliver a vicious assault before delivering an end of days on the outside of the ring. The post-show segment would come to an end with Corbin accepting McAfee's request for a match at SummerSlam in 4 weeks. WWE have since made the match official, and this will mark McAfee's third match on the main roster. McAfee previously had a fantastic showing at WrestleMania 38, and fans are eager to see him once again step foot in a WWE ring. The angle between McAfee and Corbin wasn't the only post-match angle last night, as following his controversial victory, Theory would cut a promo in which he stated that nobody can touch him, not even John Cena. In Theory's promo, he would state, "Whether you like it or not, you can't deny the future, you can't deny the talent, you can't deny that at only 24 years old, the youngest Mr. Money in the Bank in WWE history. Let's remember one thing, Las Vegas. I'm going to enjoy my night as Mr. Money in the Bank. All of you go to the back to being the losers that you are. Hey, this ain't easy being the best looking, the best in the ring, going straight to the top. Can't nobody touch me, not even John Cena, because everyone else's time is up, and my time is now." There were rumors that Theory would be facing Cena at SummerSlam, but there's no news whatsoever in relation to if Cena will be working any more dates this year. Could WWE be booking Theory versus Cena next year at WrestleMania, or Cena agree to work a one-off match against Theory at SummerSlam? Time will certainly tell. Next up, the McMahons Attend UFC PPV. Speaking of Pat McAfee, following the Money in the Bank event, he alongside the McMahon family would attend UFC 276. Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, Triple H and Pat McAfee were all on show on camera, and this marked the first time that Vince had made a public appearance in UFC. McAfee was also sporting a neck brace to sell the attack from Corbin, a great kayfabe move. WWE President Nick Khan was said to be in attendance, but he for whatever reason wasn't shown on camera. Next up, a UFC fighter pays homage to The Undertaker. The Undertaker is one of the greatest characters in pro wrestling history, and it looks like the UFC fighter Israel Adesanya is a huge fan of the Dead Man. Adesanya came out for his fight last night at UFC 276 pay-per-view to The Undertaker's iconic theme song. Adesanya would also wear The Undertaker's iconic hat, and he would even have an urn in his hand to finish the look off. What do you guys think of the look? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, chaotic scenes backstage at Money in the Bank. As 2022 Money in the Bank is officially in the books, and for the most part, the show was well received. Specific praise was offered towards Liv Morgan winning the women's Money in the Bank and the tag team match between the Usos and the Street Profits. Whilst things went ahead smoothly as the show aired, Backstage was said to be chaotic. According to PW Insider, as the show was about to go on the air, matches were still being worked out, which no doubt created a sense of panic and frustration. PW Insider's report added, the backstage scene at Money in the Bank has been described as a little more chaotic than the usual compared to recent pay-per-views. There was no production meeting early in the day per normal. Some matches were still being worked out as of an hour ago, which is much later than usual as well. The new interim WWE chairwoman Stephanie McMahon also hosted a meeting with talent before the show, and this reportedly went down well with those in attendance. The issues backstage appear to be relating to creative issues rather than anything to do with Stephanie or the WWE superstars. Next up, are WWE breaking up the Street Profits? Montez Ford is certainly someone that fans expect to be a huge single star for WWE in the next few years. Ford and Angelo Dawkins are currently in the midst of a feud with the Usos, and there are rumors that a rematch between the two popular teams will take place at SummerSlam. Although the Street Profits are beloved by fans, it's only a matter of time before Ford is pushed as a single star, and according to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, this could happen in the very near future. According to Meltzer, WWE are high on Ford and they could be lining up a singles run for him. If this happens, this means that the Street Profits in all likelihood will split up. Meltzer added, I know there are people who want to push Montez Ford as a single star. I can see them doing something with Ford as a single. There are people high on him right now, especially with his new physique. The question is, if WWE go ahead with pushing Montez as a single star, what happens to Angelo Dawkins? Dawkins has shown a great improvement over the past 12 months, and it would be a shame to push him aside. What do you guys make of the idea of pushing Ford as a single star and breaking up the Street Profits? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, plans for Liv Morgan's title reign revealed. Now, final story today looks at the title plans for Liv Morgan. Morgan shocked the world last night when she cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase on Ronda Rousey. She's now the SmackDown Women's Champion and will predominantly be on the SmackDown roster moving forward. According to Dave Meltzer, the plans as things stand is for Morgan to defend her newly won championship at SummerSlam against Rousey in a rematch. The initial plans for SummerSlam call for Rousey to defend against Charlotte Flair, but it looks like these plans have been cancelled. Morgan v Rousey looks to be a babyface versus babyface match, so it's possible that WWE adds a heel to the match, and that could potentially be Charlotte Flair. Fans are hoping that Morgan has an extensive run with the title, and her run isn't a transitional one. Flair is still scheduled to return to WWE in the build to SummerSlam, so it wouldn't be surprising if Morgan has a short reign with the title and drops it to Flair before SummerSlam even takes place. WWE has something special with Morgan, and it's about time she was given a chance to prove that she can be a top star in the company. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.